Hey y'all, welcome back to Roman Sullivan. I'm Cameron.
And I'm Caitlin. And today we are going to be measuring out our roof to see where things are gonna go, and also installing our fan, our Max Air fan.
Yes, that guy right there.
Right there.
Boom.
But yeah, we're gonna measure everything out and see where our fan is going, where our AC unit is going, which is gonna be a whole nother fun video. That is this big guy right here. So that will be its own little video, and also where our solar panels are going to go. Yeah, let's get into it. Okie dokie. Now we are going to move. Oh my gosh, I hate being up here. We're gonna move to the front of the van. This is where our fan is going to go. It's very rough in. So this smaller square is going to be the cut. It's 14 by 14, and then this bigger square is the actual footprint of the fan. And as you can see, we do have a lot of wiggle room to move this solar panel if we need to, but right now it's kind of like right up against that. As you can see, also we have all this wrap crap that's like sun bleached and whatnot, and it's all in the front too, which, oh, let me come to the front. This is our first time on the roof, so we got a little surprise of rust, which I'm glad we noticed this now. I don't know if you can tell how deep that is, but over there as well. So yeah, we have to get all of this wrap off that's like cracking and dried and gross, and figure out what we want to do with this rust, because it's kind of a lot, and I don't really want to make the hole even bigger. It'll get done. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Once we get all that wrap off, then we will probably just start with getting the fan in. And then all the hole cutting, for the most part, all the big hole cutting will be done. I'm done cutting holes in the van.
Yeah, the only other holes at that point we're gonna be for wiring and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm fine with drilling little holes.
Yeah.
It's cutting big squares that's
stressing
me out. But yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
Sweet.
So.
All right, we are up on the roof. It is very bright because the van is white.
We, as in I, am up on the roof.
Yeah. The sun's getting higher in the sky, so you gotta hurry up so you don't bake. But we have all this wrap from the previous owners on here. A lot of it is very brittle, so I'm thinking this is gonna come up rather easily. But we got our heat gun here.
I got my putty knife.
We're just gonna heat it up, scrape them up.
Tag team it, and it's all around, and then especially at the very front. So we'll kind of tackle that as we get there, because I'm not 100% sure how we're gonna do that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
She's scared to be on the roof.
I'm terrified. It does not feel stable at all, which is probably not great because we're adding a lot of stuff on here. I don't know. I don't feel safe.
She just doesn't have her sea legs yet. It's fine. It's fine up there. But yeah, that's the plan. And here's a little time lapse.
Hey guys, so this is day 2 of trying to get the wrap off of the top. The front is gonna take a long time. It gets really hot up on the top of the van, so we had to stop yesterday because I was literally baking, but we're gonna try to get as far as we can today. Good afternoon. It's really hot today and the sun is shining, so that means we get to do work.
And sweat.
Today is exciting because we are putting in our Max Air fan.
Is gonna be starting to look like an actual camper van now.
So this is kind of what we're looking like right now. We went ahead and cut out the template. So this is 14 by 14. Pretty standard. This isn't gonna be like a huge tutorial because there's a million of those on the internet, but this is kind of just what we're doing. So we got the template cut out, and then I went ahead, some people don't do this. We wanted to be more safe than sorry. We went ahead and made a frame pretty much the same as we did with the windows. If you haven't seen that video, we will link it. But this is pretty much the same frame that we made for the windows. And this is going to go inside the van so that when we are on top of the van, we will screw in this thingamabobber. And that's where I say this is optional. Some people don't have the wooden bracket and they just screw directly into the van and then just add like lap sealant or something around the screws. But as far as screwing in the flange to the van, it would just really be connected with that little piece of sheet metal, and so we wanted something a little bit more secure, so we're gonna have the wooden frame that the screws are going to also screw into, and we're just gonna attach that the same way we attached it for the windows with Sikaflex.
Yeah, more holes.
More holes. This is the second to last big hole. The next one will be the AC unit, and that'll be its own video. For now, we are going to take our template, go on the inside of the van, measure out exactly where we want it. We already know about where we want it, but we need to measure exactly center line where that's all going.
Right.
And then we'll get to cutting. It should be a relatively easy process, but I say that about every part of this, and it's never simple. So we are going to go ahead and go on the inside of the van, draw this template, and we will meet you in there. Okay guys, so we just measured everything and drew on our template and made sure on the roof it was kind of where we wanted it to be. And now Cameron is going to drill out these corners so that we know where on the roof to put it. And to mitigate metal shavings, I'm gonna be holding up the shop vac as he's drilling it to try to catch as much of those as possible because I really don't want to clean again.
Alrighty, so we are now on the roof. We just traced our template again using the corner holes as a guide. We taped off the edges just like we did with the windows to try our best not to mar up the sheet metal up here. Additionally, underneath this, we have a trash bag taped up. We can show you that afterwards because we're both on the roof. But we have the trash bag taped up to this in order to catch as many metal shavings as possible because cleaning those up is a true hassle and it's really annoying. So yeah, nothing left to it but to do it. So let's get cutting. Good idea. All right, so it may not come up well on camera, but that little pile right there, metal shavings. We do have a little hole right there, so and right there, which is honestly to be expected. But this probably did like 95% of the work for us.
So we trimmed up the edges to make it fit. It's not gonna lay perfectly flat because the roof is curved, but that'll even itself out when we put the butyl tape in and screw in the screws. But yeah, that's it. Now we're gonna go inside the van and add in our wooden bracket to make sure that that lines up nicely. And as long as that does, then we will file the cut and paint it so there's no bare metal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. So we're gonna take this out. We just double checked it with the bracket and everything fits nicely. So we're gonna take this out, spray it with a clear coat to cover the bare metal, and Sikaflex the back of this like we did with the windows, and install the fan.
Yeah.
Woo!
You guys get the gist. I'm spraying the edges. All right, so we got the Sikaflex on there. She's lining it up. We good to go?
Yeah.
Alrighty. All right, so we're just gonna keep clamping that up, and then we'll show you the end result once it's secure. All right, y'all, that's our hodgepodge of clamps. We are making sure every square inch of that thing is getting pressed so that the frame is fully mating with the metal. So after that hour, and I showed you, we'll be good to take these off and then put the flange on. That's, we'll show you that as well. But things are moving right along. These windows definitely taught us a lot, and we're moving along a lot quicker than before. This probably took, what, like an hour and a half maybe?
Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you're comfortable with your skills and whatnot, it'll probably be quicker than that. But this is our first time doing it, so we're getting comfortable. We're getting there. Good stuff.
So, on the roof, Cameron is in the van. We dry fit this. Fits. So now what we're gonna do is, we thought was butyl tape, and I don't think it's the right stuff, but it does have one sticky side. I think most people have like both sides are sticky. This is not.
We're making do with what we got.
Yeah, so we're gonna make do, and I'll show you how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna layer up 2 pieces on the sides and also on that side, because it's kind of like a weird joint over there, just so that it adheres nicely and it has a nice kind of cushion to sit on, and then we're gonna drill on and do it. Okay, I was gonna put this on the flange itself, but I'm gonna put it directly onto the van. I think that'll be better. Oh yeah, Whirl scissors are great. Okay, so the stuff we had originally, it says it's self-adhesive butyl tape. We got it from Home Depot, and it's really not what we need. I tried to make it work by just really layering up the sides, but this stuff is super thin, so it was taking forever to layer up. I don't know if you can see how thin that is. We went to Home Depot and just got this stuff. It is butyl tape, so hopefully this works a little bit better. Okay, so we put a little piece of tape on the bit just so that we don't drill all the way through the little wooden beams, but we are about to pre-drill these holes and then screw them in.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna start lap sealing the screws and the edges.
Yeah.
So that's what Caitlin's doing right now.
Oh, now you can really be as generous as you want with this. You really can't have too much. It's self-leveling, so it's gonna be fine, and it doesn't really matter how it looks, but it does matter if it's waterproof. So
So she's hitting up the screw heads right now. So the auto leveling is doing a thing. All right, guys. So we just sat here and literally watched paint dry, except it's lap sealant. So it kind of crusts over in about 5 minutes. You touch it and it doesn't stick to your finger, but it kind of feels like putty slash like Play-Doh kind of a consistency. So it's good enough to where we can put the fan on and then screw it in, and then we can lap seal the side screws here. So we're gonna get that going. And we do have our wires hanging down. So the cracker, there we go. Okay, sweet.
So we screwed it in, it fit. We did the lap sealant on those. So we will know in about 2 days if it is watertight. Yeah.
Sweet.
Lovely. And I don't know if I told you this, we got the deluxe one that is an exhaust and an intake, and it's gonna be right above our kitchen area, so that whenever we're cooking, we can do the exhaust or we can get airflow inside. So.
All right, guys, so that is today's video on the Max Air fan. Things are not coming easy, so
no.
Everything comes with a little challenge of its own. So it's never boring, I'll tell you that much. It is never boring. Yeah, we got the fan in. We're gonna give it a few days to fully cure. Yeah, very proud of what we've done today. Yeah. It's starting to really look like a camper van.
The next video should be the AC. We will see. Things don't always work out the way that we're thinking that they will, so.
We shall see. We shall AC.
All right, cutting that out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you liked what you saw, give us a like, and consider subscribing if you want to keep up to date on all of the awesome things we're adding to this van and all of the problems that we run into inevitably.
Yeah.
So
yeah, we are Roman Sullivan. We'll see you on the next video. Boom.